I'm taking your missus. Nah, brother, I'm joking. All these bad beats they preying. Cause I stepped in looking all
Hey guys, it's Tali and welcome back to my makeup diary. You can call me Tali, some call me Trap Barbie. That's just how we get down around here. And today I'm coming to show you some new goodies that I picked up from Makeup Revolution. And then I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I got this finished look, which is basically kind of like an 80% full face of Makeup Revolution products with the stuff that I tried. So I'm just going to start off by showing you all the products that I picked up and tell you a little bit about my experience purchasing Makeup Revolution here in Luton. I remember when the Conceal and Define foundation, in fact no, they dropped the concealer first. So when the concealer dropped, I remember going into the Superdrug in my local town centre, because I live very close to town centre in Luton. I went in there, I was really excited to go pick up my shade. I already kind of knew my shade because I watched Tammy. Tammy's just a little bit lighter than me, so I knew that I'd be able to use the same colour that she used to highlight or something around that. I went into the Superdrug, and if any of you guys have me on Snapchat, you remember I ranted about this last year. I went in there and I was having a look, and they had only had a select few shades, but all the shades they'd chosen were light coloured shades. They were all like very, basically from fair to like medium skin tone. They were the only shades that they basically stocked in my local Superdrug, and I just didn't seem to understand why Makeup Revolution went out of their way to make sure that there were shades for a lot more people. They had intentionally diversified their skin range, and then Superdrug had basically said, we don't really care about their diversity. We know that lighter complected people tend to shop here, so we're just going to continue marketing towards them. We don't really care if darker skin people aren't able to get their shade here in Luton. We're just going to stock what we have space for, is what I was told. Because I was really upset. I went out of my way into town to go and find these products, and they had told me that, oh, well, if you want that shade, you're gonna have to go online. And I was like, but they make that shade, why don't you stock it? Because my thing always is, I want to know why. I want to understand why. I'm a context kind of person. I like to know everything surrounding the situation so that I feel like I can make an informed decision on things. And before I kind of like got angry or upset at Makeup Revolution or at Superdrug, I wanted to understand, and I wanted to speak to the manager to really understand why it was that darker complected people just weren't seeing our shades. There's even been other product releases that have happened since where I've had to have similar conversations with the manager in Superdrug and with the manager within Primark as well. I'm trying to work closely with a lot of the managers because they are the people who actually select which shades are going to be in our local stores. And if they see that people like me have a demand for these products, and also this is why I ask you guys to support my channel so much, because my numbers show them how many people are potentially going to purchase because how many people this product is reaching to. And I really want to make it so that it's more easy for us to get our products accessibly, because ordering your shade online is just not practical for everybody. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, ordering foundation online is like shooting in the dark. Okay, because I don't know what shade I might be. I don't know the resolution of my screen. I don't really know what the saturation is saying. You could really be picking up any shade at the end of the day. You're just guessing. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, you know, swatch. I wanted to test things on different parts of my face. And I was really upset that felt like I was kind of deprived of this when I did go into the Superdrug. For that reason, now I don't purchase any complexion products from that Superdrug. I'm not boycotting Superdrug or anything like that. I still purchase from Superdrug. I just won't go to my local one because they made it very clear there that they don't care much about the shades that they carry. Now, since I have been in there recently, they do carry a few more shades in the darker range, and I've noticed that the shades are broadening across brands as well. We're seeing more dark shades from L'Oreal, we're seeing more dark shades from Maybelline, but I know that there's more shades that exists than there are shades that they're showcasing, and that is a problem. Also, you cannot order 2 concealers in the dark shade and order 20 in the light shade. That is actually discrimination. Like, I need people to understand that. I'm not upset. I don't feel like I'm being racially discriminated against. I just need people to understand that when you do these things, it's actually discriminatory. Whether or not you think the demand is higher for lighter skinned people than it is for darker skinned people, that's completely beside the point. If you want to actually look at who spends more money on what, black people spend way more money on cosmetics than white people do because there's just more of us around the world. So that myth that's been made that, you know, we don't spend as much as white women, it's a complete lie. If you want to look at stats and you want to take it there. But that's not what this video is about. I just felt like I had to share that so that you guys could see how excited I was when I went into the Dunstable Superdrug and I saw that they had everything. When I tell you they have almost every single brand, the only brand that I didn't see as much stuff from was I Heart Makeup, but that I didn't even care because they made up for that in Revolution Pro. They have almost every product. They have the skincare products, they had e.l.f., they had everything. I was so excited. I picked up a few bits and bobs, and I'm just gonna show you guys them now. First thing I picked up was the lightweight hydrating gel cream. Like, I picked up some other stuff from the skincare, but I had to put them back because I realized that I was doing the most. But I wanted to start off with this because it's always good to have a good moisturizer, and I just wanted to see how my skin would take to this. I used it today. It isn't greasy, so I imagine this would be really good for oily skin. It's vegan, it's cruelty free, and it's fragrance free, and it really is fragrance free. This thing has absolutely no smell whatsoever. No fragrance, no scent. It smells plain like water, and I'm going to be testing this to see how my skin works with this. I like the way it is sitting underneath the foundation at the moment. Then I also picked up the Pore Blur Primer. This primer very much resembles the Benefit Professional Primer. Very, very similar to that. It has a very similar like consistency. In terms of pore minimization, let's have a look in a mirror. So I really concentrated it around this area here because that's where most of my pores are. And I don't feel like it is really minimizing them in this area around here, sorry, around here, but we're just gonna have to see how it goes throughout the day. If my pores stay the way they are, then I don't really mind how this looks because it's not offensive. And I've been wanting to find an affordable dupe for the Professional for the longest time. I did try the Maybelline Baby Skin, which is nice and it makes your face feel really smooth and stuff, but I don't really know how good that is for blowing pores. I never really felt like it did the world of difference for blowing pores for me, so I'm gonna see how this is. Then the next thing I picked up, like I said, was the Conceal and Define Foundation. I grabbed this in the shade F14. I grabbed this because this, I swatched it under here, and this one was the one that appeared to be the best shade match in the store for me. I like the finish that it's giving me. I'm yet to go outside and take some pictures just to see how it really, really does look. But when I applied it to my face, my whole face, as you guys will see, there is a slightly grey undertone that was lurking within the foundation, so I'm just interested to see how that will look in natural lighting. It looks nice. It's a very good shade match, I'm not even gonna lie. Out of all the foundations I've tried recently, this one is pretty good. I really do like it, and depending on how it wears throughout the day, I can see myself reaching for this foundation like almost on a daily basis. It is very matte as well, which I guess that depends how you feel about matte foundations, but I've perfected my skincare routine in a way where if I'm wearing a foundation that is going to draw out more moisture than usual from my foundation, I will go in underneath my moisturizer with an oil just to help with that moisturizing factor, and it just helps my skin feel nice underneath my makeup. So the next thing I picked up some more of was the Conceal and Define Concealer. I actually grabbed the super size one because the normal size one, literally, if you're wearing makeup every single week and you wear as much makeup as I do, the little one will last you about a week, maybe 2 weeks. This one has 13 grams in it, which is like 9 grams more than the other one, and I think it was only like £1 or £2 more. So I definitely do feel like this is worth it. Plus the product itself is very, very good. I do like this concealer. It dries matte, it lasts all day, it doesn't move around. This is even like a going out concealer. I would say like you can go out with this as long as you set this really well with a good powder. It's gonna last you all night long. I picked up the shades 12.5, that's like my everyday shade, and then 12 just because I wanted a shade that I could mix in if I wanted it to be a little bit brighter. I like options. And then they had a 3 for 2 deal in Superdrug, so I kind of just wanted to round it up so that I was able to save in the 3 for 2 deal. So I then went and started picking up stuff. And one thing I did pick up, because I know I need to replace my concealer kit within my Pro Makeup Artist kit, I picked up this from Revolution Pro, and this is their conceal kit in the shade medium to dark. I will go back and get another one of these. I'll get a light one just so that I've covered all the skin tone ranges within my own kit. I won't be using this on myself. I will use this next time you guys see me probably working on somebody for a Let's Makeover video, because I just don't really tend to go for this type of coverage on myself. Like, it's either we're going full coverage or we're not doing anything really at all. The next two things I picked up were eye priming product. I picked up this from Revolution. This is the Cut Crease Canvas. I've been seeing a lot of people using this and comparing it to the P. Louise base, so I wanted to give this a shot. I like it so far. I've used it a couple times on some Instagram tutorials, and this makes your eyeshadows pop. It makes your eyeshadows pop. It makes them really vibrant. It makes them really bright. It gives you beautiful clean lines when you're cutting your crease. I would definitely recommend this if you are wanting to try a product that is specifically designed for cutting your crease, so not using a concealer, but you don't want to fork out on the peely space yet, I would definitely recommend this. And I got mine in the shade Create Medium, so it's quite a light shade. And then I also picked up the Revolution Pro Eye Elements eye primer because I really do like a good eyeshadow base, like a cream Formula 1. I'm just from that era of makeup and that's what I feel comfortable with. I love using this type of product on clients. So the color I got is just like a really nice neutral. This is in the shade Central. I've got it on today underneath this eye look. It just gives your, you know, eyeshadow something really nice to stick to. I knew that there was no way that I wasn't really gonna not like this product. Like, you can't get an eyeshadow primer wrong, really. And then last but certainly not least, I picked up the Glow Revolution Prime Set Glow, and this is the Illuminating Face and Body Spray. I wanted to give this a try and compare it to the Primark one because the Primark one that I picked up had silver shimmer in it, which I thought was absolutely awful, and I was quite mortified when I saw that it was spraying silver glitter on my face. So I thought to myself, I really need one that is gonna give me what I need in this life, which is more so gold, bronzy tones. So I grabbed this. I have used it once already, and one thing I definitely did notice was that it did disperse a shitload of shimmer on my face, which I guess is going to take some getting used to. But in the summer, I'm definitely going to appreciate this because this is just something that I'll just be spraying all over my body when I'm wearing Bardot tops, boob tube tops, all those kind of things, just to give you that nice golden glowy, to give you that 24 karat glow. You know, that's what this will be great for. And maybe even for priming. If I'm wearing a highlighter already, I can't see myself then spraying this shit on top because it just really makes you glowy. It's not a joke. So there is like a ton of other Makeup Revolution stuff that I do want to try and buy, but we go ahead and see how that goes because they brought out a bunch of skincare mists that I'm really into. They're just their whole skincare range I'm really into. I do want to try their berry primer thing. The only reason why I didn't, the super fruit primer, the only reason why I didn't pick it up is because I have the one from Primark, and when I swatched it in the shop, they're basically the exact same thing. They smell very similarly. I imagine the look that it would give you is very similar as well. So maybe when I'm almost finished my Primark one, I will go and buy that one. But for now, these products will do me just fine. If you want to see a dedicated review on anything specific in this haul, don't forget to drop a comment down below. I will be doing an update on this, how this wore throughout the day as well, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe. I love doing foundation reviews and I know that you guys like them too, so wait on me. I've got a few of them coming for you. On my lips, actually, I have, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss in Sepia. Beautiful people, I am back today looking like a dry human because we're just gonna jump right into this full face of Makeup Revolution products because I should have already introduced. So I'm just gonna empty out the products on the table. It's like ready, steady, cook. What have you got in the bag today? So, Ainsley. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is the Hydration Boost Cream. Lightweight Hydrating Gel Cream. Oh, the packaging for this is really nice. It's in a frosted glass little jar. You get 1.75 fluid ounces, so 50 mils. Comes with this little thing here. Apply to the face daily on clean skin. Usually I have like a whole bunch of steps when it comes to doing my face. So I'm just going to put this on without anything underneath. Not like what I would usually do because I want to see how this moisturizer works on its own. Oh, it definitely doesn't feel like really thick or anything, which is nice. No scent. Like it literally has no smell whatsoever. Feels nice. Feels nice. Feels alright. So next thing I'm going to go in with is the Pore Blur. This is meant to be a blur and prime primer. There are no instructions. So we're just going to open it up. Okay, so it's just in a squeezy nozzle like that. Do you know what? Just looking at how that came out, it slightly reminds me of the Benefit Professional. Just like based on the kind of like texture of it and the way it looks, the way the product itself looks, and the way it kind of feels going on my skin. It definitely feels like the Professional. Nothing strange. Everything kind of feels like how I would expect a pore blowing primer to feel. The texture of it, it's very consistent with other pore blowing primers that I've tried. The gel cream, I'm trying to think, what have I tried like it? I haven't really tried anything like that, so that's quite unique to me. So I picked up the Conceal and Define foundation. So wait, there was one wrapper on it, and then there was another wrapper on top of that as well. What in the hell? Well, they made sure I weren't getting into this, boy. Okay, so the packaging for this is quite nice as well. The frost, the rose gold. It's quite consistent, you know, packaging and stuff, and the frosted glass. The shade is on the strip here. I picked up F14. I just washed my foundation brush. So I'm just going to spin it out real quick. It's just a Style Pro brush. In terms of like cooling. Got a giant, this doe foot is giant. Like, this is really big. I never really anticipated that it would look like this. But yeah, it's big. That shade match looks pretty good as well.
They told me I couldn't and I wouldn't. They told me I'll never, but I told them that's easy. The ones that hate me the most are the ones that jump when they see me that's sneaky.
So now I'm gonna blend that out.
And I swear I'll never do me how they do me. And the day that he tells me he loves me, I swear I'll jump on the roof and shoot me. How many times must I say that I don't want man and I don't want love? The only love that I want is the big man sitting on the right up above. And I swear them girls chat bad on the net and said, oh, now they can't find me. They're the same girls moving all mad, wanna take a quick pic, just get right behind me. And it's mad how them girls see me and move bitter. And my brown skin looking all cute.
Okay, so that's looking alright. I mean, in the camera, it looks a bit grey. Like it's got a slight grey cast on it. But I'm just going to keep going just to see how it goes as we progress through this look. I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows and I'll be back in just one sec. I went and I concealed my brows with the Fast Base Stick in the shade F13. I used this because I just thought I'd try it out for my brows. I haven't used it in a while. It was a little bit annoying to work with, but now it's on, it looks nice. So now I'm just gonna prime my eyes with the Revolution Pro Eye Elements Eye Primer in the shade Central. Looking at this, it really reminded me of the MAC Paint Pot, so I thought I'd give it a try. And the other eyeshadow primer that I was using prior to this, I seem to have lost it, so this is gonna be our new one. Today I am gonna just be doing a neutral eye as you guys voted on Instagram.
Your girl had a man them link up, ask your mum. I didn't watch the movements there, cause I ain't your girl no more. That's done. Empty your meeting, moved on quick, but your karma came real quick. Have fun. You'll be.
For the look I'm trying to create, I'm gonna go in with my primer palette first, and the deepest color I think I'm gonna start with is this brown shade here. This shade is called Brick. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush.
And just for the clout, they'll do it again. Got the timeline popping again. I swear on my mum's, I'm due to go pen. We know about dissing on chats, but loving my face when you see me on road. On my life, the truth to be told, a zip to my mouth cause I never expose. I'm dashing and running in boost. Full-time work is a full-time hustle. Won't quit cause I never want to struggle. Life is a mess, trying to fix it like puzzles. To the ops, stop tweeting, I'm blessed. You're watching my life, your ting is a mess. What calm, less stressed, I'm blessed. The situation, I'ma need to assess.
To soften the outside of this brown a little bit, even though it is pretty soft already, I'm just going to take a slightly mauvey tone from up here. This is the Reloaded Visionary palette.
I don't wanna claim that church. Long, no yellow card, straight to the red. I don't wanna know, straight to the bed. On to the next, I'm on to the next. I don't need.
So I went to go blend that mauvey colour up into the brown. Them two colours don't even go, mate. They look like they're struggling to be one, but do you know what? In a real life, you can't really see it, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna take the dark brown from Tammy's Tropical Paradise palette. So I just kind of want to deepen this bit here. I don't want it to be too dark though. I just want to give my eye some shape. Alright, and now I'm going to blend.
See, Rocco, you play too much.
So then for the shimmer on the lid, I'm going to use the Primark Liquid Glitter in the shade Silver. And I'm just going to pat that on there.
5'4" with a 4'5", got a 5-door, but I don't drive. Just no safety, so roll safely and don't make me have to blow mine. Huff and puff and then I burn it down. When I puff and pass, that's a turnaround. Couple bitches all turn around. That's a couple bitches I'm turning out. Bitches trying to get clout. I just fuck these bitches them pounds. I leave lipstick on it.
Alright, so I'm going to let that dry and then I'm going to layer that after. But while that's drying, we're doing lots of multitasking today. While that's drying, I'm going to go in and do my concealer. So I picked up two concealers. One of them was in the shade 12, one was in shade 12.5. So I'm going to go in with 12.5 first. Oh, and these are the super size conceal and define because look, yeah. You see this? A week. This is a week's worth of product. You can't do anything with it after that. Oh wow, that's a lovely big doe foot.
Really feeling no jittery. I got bitches tripping cause I don't pick up the phone. And I got niggas in the kitchen, they ain't going home. Say my name is foreign but I fly up in his home.
I'm gonna put some shade 12 in there as well just to brighten it up a bit. So dot on each side. And while I'm letting that sit for a tiny bit as well, I'm just going to go in and contour with my Primark concealer in Rich Espresso. Remember what I say with this, guys, you've got to move fast with this liquid one because it does really dry down quick. Just after I was saying you've got to do this quick, this brush wants to be wet. Like, I'll spin it half out because some of the water in it will allow me to blend the product a little bit better. Just going to help with the blending.
Couple rings on your arm me. I got a something that pump me. All of that chat in your gun see. I do try like Jumanji. When I get out, but you sunken. Wet up the eye like an onion. Anything I wear custom. Got my tits done now, unbox them. You can look but don't touch them.
I really like the colour of that contour on top of this foundation. I think they look nice together.
Tiffany on my bracelet. We ain't on the same wavelength. She turn heads but I break necks. Anything for a paycheck. I live life with no regrets. Now I'm praised so I stay blessed. And I ain't made no mistakes yet. Scrolling down my Instagram. Praying she don't.
I'm going to go with a tad bit more because here I don't know what happened but I got a slight shadow. So I'm going to put some more to even them both out.
If a bitch talking smack, tell her to run up a shop. Tell her she best get.
Now I like the way that looks. I'm going to go and contour my nose.
I swear that I like she butter. Now that bitch shitting out bricks. I think that bitch in the plumber. I got bitches tripping cause I don't pick up the phone. And I got niggas in the kitchen, they ain't going home.
And to contour my nose, I'm just going to take the Primark 250 brush.
Bonnie, yeah, bitch, my name is Bonnie. Bonnie, they wanna be like Bonnie. Bonnie, but they ain't nothing like Bonnie. Bonnie, tell a bitch my name's Bonnie. Bonnie, yeah, bitch, my name is Bonnie. Bonnie, they wanna be like Bonnie. Bonnie, but they ain't nothing like Bonnie. Bonnie, they wanna be Bonnie.
Oh, that's made my nose look cute but in a different type of way. To set underneath my eyes, I'm going to take a mixture of the Makeup Revolution and the Beauty Bakery yellow flower powder. And I'm going to use this all over my face. So I'm looking at my eye makeup and I probably should have done it after I did my face because I don't like the way it's blending in, but we're going to go in and fix it anyways. This is something that I always have on my desk every time I'm doing my makeup. You guys don't usually see it, but it's something that I use in absolutely every video, whether you guys see it or not. In between different colors, and when I want to blend, I will run my brush in this. I'll just swirl it in there, swirl it, swirl it, swirl it. And it's amazing because it gets all the colour off the brush so you can use it again. It doesn't sterilise it, it's not sterile, it's not clean in the sense where like I can now go and use it on another person, but it's clean enough for me to dip it into a different colour. So you can literally go from a china white to a dark black eyeshadow and you won't get any smudging or anything through it. So that's why I love this product. And I will leave a link down below in the description box to my Facebook store where you guys can pick one up as well. I'm going to use this brush to kind of fuse and blend this brown colour out a lot more, especially with that mauvey purple shade. We just kind of want it to all look natural and like it's coming from my eyes. I'm just going to keep blending until I like the way it looks.
I do my own stunts, Jackie Chan with it. I do my own stunts, Jackie Chan with it.
For my face, I'm going to take the Style Pro S102 brush and my LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Pressed Powder in the shade Toffee. I want under my eyes to still be quite light, but I want it to have a nice blend into my cheeks. So I'm just going around the highlight with this and then setting the rest of my face. I don't even feel like the rest of my face needs setting. I don't feel like it needs tons of powder. It really does feel quite set in place already. So for bronzer, I haven't really been contouring contouring lately. I'm just steered away from contouring unless I'm like going out. When I'm going out, I'll contour because I want a really nice, you know, strong look. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't really feel like contour is necessary for me. So I'm gonna go in and use my Perfect Colour mattifying powder in the shade Rich Espresso. But I'm taking it on a big Makeup Revolution F104 brush. So this is a big like powder type brush, and I'm gonna apply it like bronzer. This has a nice rich colour that is deeper than my skin tone, so I appreciate this. A really nice neutral blush that I like to use is by Colourpop. Like, wow, why don't my accent is actually so jacked up. Anyways, so this is by Colourpop. It's their Super Shock Cheek in the shade Quarters. Now this product has a very strange texture. It's kind of soft and moussey. I don't really feel like it works very well with brushes, so I'm just gonna pat my finger in it and then pat it on my cheek. And because this product has like a nice amount of sheen in it, I do kind of bring it up so it starts highlighting. Maybe I should have done it with my sponge. Give me a nice natural flush of colour plus a nice natural looking glow. And then for highlighters, I'm going to use two highlighters that I'm just that kind of babe. I'm going to take my Technic Get Gorgeous in the shade 24 Karat Gold.
Yeah, but scream up abroad, I was like, no darkies racist. If it weren't for the wax and charges, OGs would have been famous. Now, every time I walk on road, I'm in pounds only the latest.
So now I'm just gonna go in with the Ico Lash Alert, and this is supposed to be formulated with caffeine, arginine, biotin and tripeptide to stimulate lash growth. Now, I don't really want a lot of this because you're not going to see it. I'm putting lashes on, but I kind of just wanted to put it to thicken up base of my lash so that it wouldn't be such a fight to get these damn lashes on, because it's always a fight for me. While I'm waiting for that, we'll go in with our second highlighter. So for extra pop of highlight, I am just going to be going in with the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. I'm also going to put a little bit of this on the centre of the eye just to make it pop a bit more as well. Oh yes, that is so nice. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. That just took that look, this look to a whole nother level. I really like the way that looks.
Yes, flawless. Me and SV, yeah, we cold and stun up. Can't wait till we up, man, just wait on the come up. They was just hating this cash on my run up. Hit again, yeah, I gotta do numbers. They know I'm hot like a flame. She wanna give me that. We just the ones you can see in our faces. Pull up skirt and that boots. I'm just doing better, made it through the weather, man, I can never complain. Sewing through the manor, I ain't with the pass, so fuck around and get laid. Free my niggas out the cage. We been serving on the page. I'm in Norbury eating steak. My nigga hustle out the cake. I was putting in work, top floor in the bando, I was shopping the trap. Told them it's time and they don't want me shining. I see it, it's all on their face.
I did, like I showed you guys at the beginning, I did actually pick up a setting spray, but because I put so much highlighter on, I don't need a setting spray that has glow in it right now. So I'm just going to spray my face with the primer water. I'd say if you're serious about your bougie ambition in life, you should really get a fan to light the fan after you've set and sprayed. Okay, that is the finished look. Very easy, very simple, very cute. I'm gonna go and put some clothes on. I'll be back in 2 seconds. That is the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me test some of these Makeup Revolution products for you. There will be further updates coming on a lot of these products. If you want to see anything specific, don't forget to drop a comment down below in the comments section. Some quick things to mention. The bonnet that I was wearing earlier on in this video, which isn't with me now, I don't know where that is. There will be a link in the description box down below to my Facebook store where you can grab one if you want to. They are satin lined, great for, you know, sleeping in, doing your makeup in, cooking in, all that kinds of stuff. All the music that was featured in this video as well will also be linked down below in the description box. Don't forget, if you want to send me one of your songs, if you're an artist, singer, producer, you do covers, whatever, my email address is also down in the description box as well for you to send me your tracks over there, and any other additional information that you may want me to mention, make sure you drop that all to my email. And Azaria's channel will be linked down below in the description so you guys can check out what Zaza's been up to lately, as will all the products that I showed you guys in this video that I picked up for Makeup Revolution. I will be giving you guys direct links to those in the description box as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys.